Hey guys, you've probably seen my 2 introductory videos by now. Well, I'm really excited to tell you that my new book, Confessions of a Scrum Master, is launching soon. But first, let me explain the concept of confessions. I wrote the book because I have found that my experiences and mistakes are also valuable not only to myself, but often to others. This is because it allows them to foresee some situations before they occur and benefit from my experience. This book is in the form of 7 short stories, and that's because they are stories of my life. In addition, because this format should help entertain you while enlightening you. Once you've read this book, you'll have gained insights into real life, common, difficult situations that have occurred in real corporate organizations. Confessions revealing mistakes I've made on the job and how I've dealt with them. Lessons learned from an industry expert, and these are lessons that can be applied to any project in any organization. These are my confessions. Now let me take you through the chapters. I start off with a recap of Scrum. I set the foundation for the stories that will follow with a brief recap of Scrum. Then I go through the characters. This is an introduction to the development team and the product owners I work with in one of my most challenging times in industry. Then we get into the chapters. I've named each of the chapters confessions because that's exactly what they are. So the first confession, tools versus people. I confess how I dealt with balancing the views of the team around tools with the benefit of those tools and the challenges that came with that whole debate. Second confession, release planning peril. Here you get to learn how a new team reacts to release planning meetings when they do not see the value of Scrum and how I dealt with that situation. The third confession is an intro to Scrum gone bad. Read the story of how an apprehensive team reacts to their first introduction to Scrum, and I can tell you, it's not as easy as you may think. Fourth confession, stand-up versus sprint view. This is the story of a team who had a conflict in interest between 2 meetings and how I dealt with that conflict. Fifth confession, taking the team to task. This describes what happens when the team think planning their tasks is a waste of time and how I dealt with that situation. Sixth confession, retrospective regret. Learn about what went wrong in one of my least productive retrospectives and what I learned that I could improve. And finally, the 7th confession, the bloated bug backlog. Read about what happens when the team have more bugs than they can handle and how this affects me as a Scrum Master. Confessions of a Scrum Master. So, click the link below right now to get the book when it's launched. And when the page loads, scroll to the bottom to sign up for a free Scrum ebook with an overview of Scrum, as well as notifications if the book hasn't launched yet. Thanks for your time guys, and remember, Confessions of a Scrum Master, coming soon.